Yo, what is up, Crocs and Clan members, book fans, and other superstars upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today we're doing another X and Y episode review, episode 37, if I remember correctly, which is the Reflection Cave episode. Now, I want to apologize for this episode review being up so late. I missed the first showing, and then a bunch of stuff happened in between, and I had to wait till the second showing, so I just finished watching the episode, and it was actually pretty good. I was surprised. Reflection Cave was one of those really annoying caves in the games to be quite honest, I just got sick and tired of it. So I try to skip it as much as possible. Um, but it actually was pretty good how they did it. They basically did the whole other dimension through mirrors and stuff, which is a concept that I'm surprised is not touched upon as often. Um, I mean, a lot of people talk about it and how there's a possibility of, what you see in your reflection is actually you from another dimension. That type of idea. So I'm really glad that they went with it, and the way they went with it was actually pretty good. Because they went like the opposite world kind of thing. Now here, the only thing I saw kind of weird about this whole plot line is that before. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember. I mean, movies. The Pokemon movies aren't really considered canon, in a sense. So I guess it's okay to go about it this way. But one of the things I was thinking about while I was watching this episode was like, I thought mirrors were supposed to show off the distortion world and how it's supposed to go between our world and Giratina's world. And it's only, I don't know, maybe it's like some other type of sci-fi nonsense going on around there. But yeah, so I was just that's the kind of mindset I had going into that. But anyways, so the episode itself was really good. They actually get to the reflection cave and they treat it like a maze. And I mean, it kind of was, but at the same time, it kind of wasn't a maze in the games. It was just a hassle to go through, or it was a pain. It was just a pain. I hated that stupid cave. But Ash basically got separated from the group because he was just running all over the place and just going through pathways ahead of everybody else, and then it would be like different pathways so that the others didn't know which way he went, and then they kept going like back and forth, and they basically weren't able to meet each other. And then they get to like the center spot, like Ash gets back to like the center area that like splits off into like different tunnels, and he's like yelling for them and like stay there, and then he's like okay, and he walks over to one of the crystals that's there, and then a portal opens, and then another Ash comes in and just like takes Pikachu, and I'm like, whoa, what the heck just happened? And like he just takes it, like he doesn't even say it. He just says Pikachu, just grabs it, pulls it in, and I'm like, what the heck? And then Ash just like jumps in, like give me back my Pikachu. And then that's when the gang shows up, and they just see Ash going through the crystal, and they're like, what the heck? And then the portal closes, so they can't go in. And they're like, what the heck just happened? And then Ash is like running out, all that stuff. And then he meets up with Serena, Clement, or Serena and Bonnie. Clement like comes in afterwards, and it's like they're the exact opposite of themselves. Serena, normally she's like really shy and just really quiet, and just the only time she ever does anything spontaneous is to try to get Ash's attention. She was a bitch. She was a straight up bitch in this world. Like she was just attacking Ash for no reason. Like, and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. She was like, "Oh my god!" And then Bonnie's like all high class because normally Bonnie's hyperactive and all like crazy and stuff. In like this world, she's like high class and very poised and just elegant. And oh, it was like what the heck? And then Clement just like comes in booking it, and I'm like, what the heck? He just comes in running like he's running a marathon. He's like, oh gosh, I went too far, and like turns around and like runs back. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And so I mean, honestly, I knew it wasn't them because we just saw them in the other world. But it was just kind of weird to see this is like the exact opposite of them. And then like Ash even goes off to say, I can't believe it, Clement. You're so active. You're so, you're so fast. He's like, of course I am. I'm like the fastest guy around. I'm like, whoa, no, you're not, Clement. You're like the slowest character in the entire series. I was lagging behind everybody. Oh my goodness, it was ridiculous. When they start talking to him about like all this other stuff and like where his Pikachu is and all this other crazy stuff, he's like, "Whoa! I came in here chasing a guy who looked like me, who stole my Pikachu," and they're like, "What?" And like so they start questioning him, and then Clement himself is the one that starts talking about the possibility of being another dimension and all this other stuff. The legend of the Crystal Cave and on all that other crap. And then the other Ash shows up with Pikachu, and then he goes off to explain what happened and how he felt bad because he thought it was his Pikachu, but after coming to this world, or like after running away, he noticed it wasn't his Pikachu. Oh dang it, I forgot to mention this. Okay, so Serena in here is actually competent because as I've stated in the past, Serena sucks. She's like the worst character of the group right now, and apparently she's able to beat Ash in this world. So she, as proof that this is another Ash, they actually have a battle, and it's Serena and her Fennekin versus Ash and Froakie, and Ash is actually a competent battle in X and Y. So I was actually very happy that they had that. But then I was like, you're just making even this Serena, which is supposed to be more competent than our Serena, look not as confident. But you know what? It was okay. It was okay. She's not used to seeing Ash actually being competent, so she caught her off guard. Um, but Ash ends up winning, and then they believe in all that stuff. Okay, so after all of this happens, they start talking about how they're gonna find Ash's Pikachu. Now, in our world, or well, in I keep saying our world, but it's not really our world. Okay, the main characters, like the real selves. Oh my gosh, that sounds even worse because these guys are real. Okay. X and Y story world, that one. Clement, Bonnie, and Serena are thinking about how they're gonna reach Ash, and then Clement, obviously, like he comes up with an invention, which apparently he expected to happen. I don't know how you planned for that. I don't know how you plan for an interstellar, like interdimensional portal. I don't know. Don't ask me because I don't. I'm not a person that would just plan ahead for that type of situation. Unfortunately, the machine blows up before it does anything, which was a little disappointing because normally the machines do work for a little bit and then they explode. But I digress. And then in the other world, the reflection world, well, I'm just gonna say that the regular world and the reflection world. The reflection world, Clement in here is not a scientist; he's a magician. And I was like, what the heck? That makes even less sense than him being athletic. And also that contradicts itself. You can't be a mage and an athletic person. That doesn't coincide. And like he makes like a magic circle with like a lightning bolt in the middle, and he's like, I have the stick, and I'm gonna stick it in the center. Whichever way it lands, that's where Pikachu's at. And I'm like, how is this magic? That just disregards what you just said. And he himself apparently planned for this before because he automatically knows that Pikachu's gonna go missing for some reason. It was weird, man. It was ridiculous. And then they go in the direction of LSF. And then, Ash is asking the other Ash what his Pikachu's like. And then apparently, Ash's, the Reflection Ash's Pikachu is a freaking psychopath and just a rage monster. Because then we see it attacking Team Rocket. Like, they're in the Reflection world. But it's like Team Rocket's like trying to capture it, right? Capture him, right? And he's just grinning, like the biggest smile on his face when he's attacking them. It was like, what the heck? It's like he's enjoying destroying these guys. I was like, Pikachu, calm down, bro. And then they end up but it was ridiculous because he knocked them out, and then he Iron Tail's mouth, like he was just gonna wreck him. And then Jesse actually ends up coming from above and putting him in a little sphere. Um, It's the craziest thing. And then they obviously this Pikachu's like, no, I'm gonna keep thunderbolting like crazy till I break this stupid glass. And they're like, what the heck is wrong with this Pikachu? Because they're questioning the Pikachu. Cause it's technically not Ash's Pikachu. Ash's Pikachu is smart enough to know that he can't break the stupid thing because it's electric proof, not poof. What the heck? And then they see Ash, and then a double Ash, and then the rest of the gang, and they're like, "Whoa! I didn't know the twerp had a twin." He's like, "Do they? I mean, I know they look the same, but one of them is shaded a lot lighter. I don't know if you noticed that." And so they start going off about how they're gonna capture the other Pikachu, and and so they basically it becomes like a match, right? And then Ash is like telling Reflection Ash, "Hey, we gotta do this." And he's like, "Okay." And so they both send out Halucha, and then you see Ash's Halucha being like, "Grr!" And then Reflection Ash's Halucha's like, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to be here." Like he's like covering his face and everything. And then like Ash's Halucha is like going in there, just going ham, and then the other Halucha is like, and I'm like, what the heck, man? And then because of that Halucha, Ash's Halucha gets hurt, or well, not really hurt. He protects Reflection Halucha, and then he gets confused, so Ash has to return him, like bring him back, and so Ash brings his Halucha, Reflection Ash brings his Halucha back because it technically loses, and then Clement grabs both Pikachu's. Shut up, phone. Clement grabs both Pikachu's, and Meowth's like, "What the heck?" And Clement just like stomps on his face, and he like books like he's gonna book it, and Team Rocket like jump him, and he like jumps up in the air, and he's like, "You ain't gonna catch me!" And he like throws both Pikachu's out. I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" And then both Pikachu's get saved. They thunderbolt the Team Rocket, and they go flying off, and it was the weirdest thing. And here's the thing: Team Rocket in this world, this is how they ended. Like, well, Ash ends up going back to his world. They do this whole touchy moment and all that stuff. Bullshit nonsense that I really don't want to go. I want to talk about the fact that Team Rocket in the Reflection world is supposed to be a team of justice. They're supposed to be heroes. And I was like, what the? Because the ending of the episode basically shows off Team Rocket, like our Team Rocket, questioning what the heck just happened. All of a sudden, you see Reflection Team Rocket on top of a mountain talking about how they stand for justice. And like, you have Meowth having like this deep old voice. And then even Wobbuffet, because Wobbuffet's like, Wobbuffet, and he's like, Wobbuffet. And I'm like, what? This guy's like crazy buff or something. It was ridiculous, man. It was the craziest thing. I was just blown away. I was in shock. This episode was just weird. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to take that away from me. But some of this stuff made no sense whatsoever. Oh my gosh, Pokemon, what are you doing to me? This was a fun episode. It was. It was a really fun episode. I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite episodes of X and Y. But it was just so random at certain parts, and some of the opposites just were so random as heck. It was like the weirdest thing. Oh my gosh. It was interesting, though. I liked it. Let me know down below what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. As always, links to the episodes are in the description, so you can click on them if you have not watched the episode yet. I believe next week's episode is the Trevenant episode. I'm kind of looking forward to that because I want to see where they're going to go with the whole Phantom of the Forest type of idea. And after that is the summer camp arc, which I am seriously looking forward to because for the first time, Serena's actually going to do something. I am planning on making a video about Serena. Another video about Serena. I'm going to say it's going to go up on Tuesday. And then I have a couple of other videos that I have to make. So look forward to all of those. As always, this has been SoresanCrockxen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys later today, actually, with a Bloody Platinum randomized Nuzlocke walkthrough episode. See you guys later.